Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, and you are watching the Minutemen podcast. My name is Tanner Kirk, and boy, did we have a victory, a win like no other. It was against the Jets, however, which we do play them one more time this season, so that should be pretty easy for us. But the Patriots beat the Jets at Gillette, 27-14. Pats advanced to 9-2. Jets fall to 2-8. Pats still have a strong lead in the AFC East as well as the AFC. As of right now, tied with the Broncos, who are also 9-2. They just beat the Chiefs, which is pretty cool. It's good seeing the Chiefs be 5-5. It really is, because, worse odds for them to make the playoffs, which just makes it so much easier for the Pats now, because we're in the playoffs. Obviously, we're going to make the playoffs. We have like a 98% chance of making it. So, once we're in it, run up the score on all of these other teams, and then easy AFC Championship game. Make it to the Super Bowl. Drake Maye dominates, win a Super Bowl. Immediately build statues of Vrabel and Drake Maye and Boutte. Oh man. But yeah, it was a good game. Drake Maye threw for 281 and a touchdown. No picks, so clean game from him, which is always good to see. But the main topic, the main takeaway from that game was how well TreVeyon Henderson played. TreVeyon Henderson, our rookie running back that we have this year, infamous for his name being in small font on the back of his jersey. It was actually normal size this year, or this game, because of the nor'easter jerseys. Something with the font changed somehow. I don't know. Made his name bigger. Deserves it. It'll just keep getting bigger every week. But Henderson, 62 yards rushing for 2 touchdowns. Receiving, 31 yards and a touchdown. So he had 3 touchdowns in this game, so that's pretty cool. He is playing really, really good. He's playing really, really good, solid football. Really fast, breakaway speed, and he'll just carry the pile. He'll just keep it moving, which is something we've been lacking at running back for a while. I can definitely say. Stefon Diggs as well. Another game, over 100 yards. So solid from him too. Crazy to think he's coming off an ACL injury and ACL surgery. Playing the way he's playing, on pace pretty much for a 1,000-yard season, which is really insane. Not many people can. It's like not even a full year post-surgery playing the way he's playing. Like, he's still really fast. Still can make all these sorts of cuts and quick breaks out of his route, which, it's something hard to do. And then also, if you have an injury-prone knee, to still be doing that and being efficient is crazy. So he's wicked good. Mac Hollins, solid free agent signing. He's been playing really well for us. And just everybody else. Didn't really see much from Kyle Williams, which is a bummer, because he's a rookie that seemed really good out of college. Drafted him decently high, so Pats probably had some kind of hope for him. but he didn't get much playing time. Didn't really see the field that much. Didn't get the ball at all. No receptions. Defensive wise, again, solid, very solid. They have, unfortunately, they were on a streak of holding the opposing running back to 50 or less yards. That was broken against the Bucs, I believe. Bucky Irving broke it. And Breece Hall did again as well. He rushed for 58 yards against us. Justin Fields looked like Lamar Jackson for a little bit in the first few drives from the Jets. He had 67 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown, 116 passing yards and a passing touchdown. Don't know how he didn't get a pick on him. Kind of weird because he sucks. But, it is what it is. But this team, we would not be where we are if not for Mike Vrabel. Okay, Mike Vrabel is the reason that we are where we are. He's brought back the Patriot way. He's brought that back. He's brought back this mindset, the toughness to the team. What we've been missing, especially last year with Gerard Mayo, because he was all about fun. Oh, let's put a basketball hoop in the locker room, so when the guys lose, they can go and dunk. Like, that's not gonna make a winning team. That's not gonna set your team up for success. They have to get into that mindset that they got to be tough mentally, and Vrabel brings it out in the team, and that shows. He's currently predicted to win the Coach of the Year this year at plus 120, and he's just in front of Shane Steichen, who is the Colts head coach. They're also having a pretty good year, so I expect it to be, close between those two to end the year. But I think Vrabel will definitely win it, without a doubt. He's just got that in him, especially if we make a deep playoff push. He's definitely Coach of the Year, 100%. But a shocker here actually is taking a look at the NFL MVP odds again. Drake Maye slipped down to number 2. Stafford somehow has overtaken Drake Maye. Kind of a little suspicious, but Stafford's at plus 145. Drake Maye's at plus 200. The other ones after that are Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Goff, Lamar, Sam Darnold, Baker. Man, Mahomes just keeps slipping. I love to see it. Jonathan Taylor, though a lot of people are predicting Jonathan Taylor to win it. And, I haven't really watched many Colts games, but I did see a long highlight reel of Jonathan Taylor, and he is playing really, really good. Shocking, because I haven't really heard much about him for a few years. Really, I think it was 2021 was the last that he was, breaking news every single week. Oh, Jonathan Taylor did this crazy thing, rushed for this many yards, broke this record. But I guess you also don't hear about him much this year either. He's kind of flying under the radar. But he might finish number 2, if not number 1. But Drake Maye is having such a great year. I do think he deserves to win it, Drake Maye. And that's not being biased. I really do think he's having a great year, especially for a second-year player. But that doesn't mean it's a quarterback award. Jonathan Taylor could easily win it. He's probably going to win Offensive Player of the Year. And I think he deserves that. But Drake Maye, dude, so we've won 8 games straight, which is something that hasn't happened since Mac Jones' rookie year. And I don't even know if we won 8 straight. We might have just won 7 in a row. I'm not too sure. But in this 8-game stretch, we have beaten the number 1, 2, and 3 pass defenses, the number 2 total offense, reigning MVP Josh Allen in their stadium, the number 11 pass defense, and Baker Mayfield, who is an MVP candidate. So, is it an easy schedule? Is it? Doesn't really seem like it. Sure, some teams may be bad, but those bad teams have also beaten good teams. So, have we really had an easy schedule? Yeah, on paper it's easy, but I feel like the NFL is so weird this year. It's so weird. Like the Panthers, they can beat a really good team, and then they lose to the Saints. Like, what is that? What even is that? It doesn't make any sense. I feel like every game this year can be decided by a coin flip, pretty much. It just makes no sense. Good teams can lose to bad teams so easily, and bad teams can beat good teams so easily this year. And I feel like for a while it's always been, the bad teams just have a bad season, don't beat any good teams, but this year they are. And I don't know if it's maybe because teams are kind of, too confident going against bad teams, which you'd think they'd learned their lesson by now. But anyway, back to Drake Maye. If he's first in passing yards this season, 2,836. Second in passing touchdowns with 20. He's second in average yards per pass, second in completion percentage, second in completions, fourth best QBR, fifth best passer rating. And he's pretty much brought life back to the Patriots organization. Fan base is back. The Patriots are back. It's Patriots football. The evil empire has risen again. We're back. Pretty much we're back. And it's mostly because of Drake Maye. He's given hope. Given hope to the players, given hope to the coaches, given hope to the fan base. The Pats are packing out stadiums again. It's good to see. Love to see it. So, MVP, yeah, definitely. But I was talking about Offensive Player of the Year going to Jonathan Taylor. What about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? I think Travion Henderson deserves that. All right, he's been awesome. He's been awesome. He's number 4. He's going up the ranks. Right now, the leaderboard is Emeka Egbuka, Jackson Dart, Tyler Warren, and Travion Henderson at number 4. Ibuka's probably going to win it, and Jackson Dart's probably going to stay at number 2. Henderson, he'll give him a good run for the money. He definitely has potential to win this thing and be the Offensive Rookie of the Year because he's just playing crazy. Rushing this year, 100 carries for 492 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's averaging 4.9 yards a carry, which is crazy. Usually anything over 3 yards is good. 4.9 is almost 5 yards a carry. That means in 2 carries you get a first down every time. Crazy good. Crazy good. Compare that to Ashton Genty, who out of the draft everyone's like, he's the best running back ever. 143 carries, 547 yards, 4 touchdowns, averages 3.8 yards a carry. He's doing good. Don't get me wrong. He's playing great. Travion Henderson is just better. That's all I'm going to say. And he's only the third rookie in Patriots history with 3 touchdowns in a game. And this does include playoffs as well. The latest being Sony Michel in 2018, and then Gronk in 2010, and now Travion Henderson in 2025. It's a pretty good group to be associated with, especially coming in as a rookie. Now you're grouped in with Gronk, the greatest tight end of all time, and Sony Michel, one of the most efficient playoff running backs of all time. So it's pretty good news for Travion Henderson, and it's a good start to what could be a Hall of Fame like career. I have heard and I have seen that when Ramondre Stevenson comes back, that he'll be the starter again. But, man, after beating the Jets, I really just don't see it. There's no way that they give the starting role back to Mondre. Or maybe he does get it, but then Henderson gets most of the snaps, which would be completely okay. But Gronk is just a crazy athlete, too. And speaking of Gronk, he just signed a 1-day contract with the Pats mid last week, and he officially retired as a New England Patriot, which is big news. After he went to the Bucs, then he kind of just unofficially retired. He just stopped playing the game. I don't think anybody really worried that he wasn't going to retire a Patriot, because why would he retire as a Buck? But, most of his success in New England. Big name in New England, greatest tight end of all time. Officially retires as a Patriot. And if you ask me, he's going to the Hall of Fame. He could potentially get a statue right next to Brady. And his number retired, probably. It should be. Nobody should be wearing 87, just like nobody should be wearing number 12. Brady and Gronk, greatest duo of all time, greatest quarterback and tight end of all time. It was just super fun to watch. And Gronk had crazy career. That's 11 years? 12 years. He had 9,286 yards, 621 catches, 92 touchdowns. He averaged 15 yards a catch in his career, which is insane. He had, looks like 4 seasons of over 1,000 yards. In his last year in Tampa, 2021, had 802 yards, which is crazy. Very crazy. Won 4 Super Bowls. 4-time first-team All-Pro, 5-time Pro Bowler. Just crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. No tight end will ever be like him. And, people compare Travis Kelce, George Kittle. You can't. Really, you can't. There's no comparison. No one will be as great as Gronk probably ever. You know, Tony Gonzalez was good, but he wasn't Gronk. Okay, Gronk is just out of this world. You ever see the clips? Him with his big brace on, dragging defenders 20 yards for a touchdown. Like, it's crazy. It's insane. But next week, Patriots play the Bengals in Cincinnati. Can we beat them? Yeah, we probably will. Probably will beat them. Unless, Joe Flacco decides to throw for 500 yards randomly. But no, I think we'll be good. I think we'll be chilling. And a game that I'm really looking forward to is the Bills game, December 14th. Pats come off a bye week, playing at home. Team could potentially have won 10 games in a row at that point if they beat the Bengals and Giants in the next 2 weeks. It'll definitely, determine who's going to win MVP. If the Pats beat the Bills or if Drake Maye plays really well, definitely will determine who wins MVP. So I'm really looking forward to that game. Probably going to be cold, potentially snow. It'd be cool if the Pats wore their red throwback jerseys. I don't know if that's been announced yet, if they are, or if they aren't, or when they are. I don't think they have this season yet. I don't remember seeing them, at least. But, yeah, that will be a really good game. And speaking of Josh Allen, I did watch a little bit of the Bills game. He threw 2 interceptions. His first one, what even was that? A little weird. But he's slipping in the MVP race as well, which is good for Drake Maye stocks. But yeah, the Pats could not be in a better spot. First in the AFC East, tied for first in the AFC. Tied for best record in the NFL. Crazy. And again, the only other team with an 8-game win streak is the Broncos. I did watch the Broncos-Chiefs game. Bo Nix is playing crazy. Crazy. Some of the throws that he had. Some of the throws he made. Insane. Outplayed Mahomes. Like, it's so bizarre. I can't even describe the fall off of the Chiefs. They were supposed to be this next great dynasty. Mahomes was supposed to be better than Brady, win more Super Bowls than Brady. The refs were fixing every game for them to win. And now look at them. 5-5. They're where even are they in their division? They're the number 3 out of 4 in the AFC West. 5-5. Chargers are 7-4. Broncos are 9-2. Raiders are 2-7. Chiefs have a 2-loss streak. They're 1-4 in away games, 4-1 at home. So yeah, that's just kind of crazy. And it'd be really cool if they don't make the playoffs. I'd really like to see that, because they've been in the playoffs for the past 7 years. I want to see a different team. I want to give me some different teams. It's cool the Broncos are back. It's cool the Colts are back. The Steelers. You know, all these teams that lead their divisions. The Ravens won't even be in the playoffs. Probably not. Bengals probably not, but that's just because Burrow's hurt. But yeah, the NFL looks super different this year, especially the AFC. Just a bunch of different teams have been thrown into the mix. So yeah, it'll be super fun. But join me next week, next Tuesday. Talk some more Patriots, go over the Bengals game and where we're looking, where we're headed, how we're doing, how you doing. And yeah, I'll get back to you guys next week. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this episode. Watch the other episodes if you haven't already. And see you guys later.